Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to your second stimulus check update for Tuesday, September 22nd. Like I promised you earlier, I want to address the timeline of the second stimulus check. When should we receive the stimulus check? When will stimulus checks actually come out? These are the questions I keep getting. I need a stimulus check. When's it coming? I haven't received my second stimulus check. Why? Well, it hasn't actually released yet. They haven't even approved it. So, today I want to answer the most common question. When will my stimulus check come? That's the question I want to answer. That's all I'm going to be doing in today's video. I'm going to break it down, the different scenarios, and the most likely scenario that is going to happen based on many people or many experts' predictions. Now, if you have a specific question regarding stimulus or online business, do me a favor. Ask your question down in the comment section below so that I can see it, so that I know what is the question you need answered. And I will put that into a list and possibly pull it and do a specific video on just that. So do me a favor, go ahead, smash that thumbs up button if you like this idea. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends and family on Facebook so they too know when the most likely scenario is that they will receive a second stimulus check. So let's dive into it. Now, first off, there's been a lot of updates, a lot of rumors, a lot of news regarding Congress and where they're currently at. However, there's been very little said about when a second stimulus check could arrive under the most likely scenario. That's the reason why I wanted to do this video today. First off, what is the most likely scenario moving forward? Or what should we be expecting regarding a second stimulus check? Well, based on what many experts predict, based on interviews, based on meetings, based on the current stimulus negotiations between Republicans and Democrats, many expect or don't expect a stimulus package to pass until November 16th at the earliest. Let me explain why that is. First off, the Senate will be on recess from October 10th through November 8th. The House, on the other hand, will be on recess, or is supposed to be on recess, from October 3rd to November 16th. That is the reason why November 16th is the prediction for the earliest time a stimulus check or a stimulus package would be passed, which would also include that $1,200 stimulus check. It is because on November 16th, that is the first day after the election that both the House and the Senate are back in session on the same day. So, let's move on to a little bit more. If President Trump wins the re-election and the Senate is still controlled by the Republican Party, then expect Nancy Pelosi to agree to the best deal Republicans are willing to give her at that time. And expect her to agree on this as quickly as possible. Probably within the first few days. So the 16th, 17th, and possibly the 18th. The first 3 days of that week. And now, again, that's the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And expect Nancy Pelosi to agree at best to the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal. That is the one that includes not only one stimulus check, possibly two. On the other hand, if Joe Biden wins this upcoming presidential election and the Senate is still in control of the Republican Party is still in control of the Senate, then don't expect a stimulus package until late November and possibly sometime into December. And this would most likely be a compromise bill. It would be somewhere in between $1.5 billion and somewhere in between $2 billion. So it's going to have that swing. It would be a very compromised bill because President Trump would now be the lame duck president. He'd be just holding office for the next month or so. And then the Senate would still be controlled by the Republican majority. So there would have to be a compromise in there somewhere. That is what experts are saying. Now, here's where things get interesting, and in kind of a good and bad way. If Joe Biden wins the upcoming presidential election, the House remains in control, or the the Democrats remain in control of the House and Democrats take over the majority in the Senate, then expect the HEROES Act or something similar sometime in late January. I say late January because that is when the presidential inauguration is going to take place. So expect sometime late January, probably early February, where we see the stimulus package that gets passed would most likely be a form of the HEROES Act, which is good news for people that are heroes, for people that would be receiving hazard pay, because that would be included in this stimulus package. Now, here's what I want to say to those people that are saying that this is all great, but we can't wait until November, December, or possibly January for a stimulus package. This currently is just what many are expecting is the most likely situation, the most likely outcome. And they are not trying to say that this is going to happen. They're just saying this is the most likely outcome, simply because of everything that's going on. Okay, we got a presidential election, which many were saying that we won't receive a stimulus package or get something passed until after the election anyway. We also now have to deal with a vacant Supreme Court justice seat. We are also dealing with a pandemic. We're dealing with a possible vaccine that President Trump says could be out any week. We don't know. We currently do not know where things are headed. Now, just because this is the most likely outcome does not mean that it's going to happen. Congress is still attempting, or so they say, they're still attempting to pass a stimulus package that would include a second stimulus check, would include federal enhanced unemployment, would include rental assistance, food assistance, would include PPP funding, school funding, so much funding, and it would really help out the economy. However, as of right now, what you need to understand is that the current state of stimulus negotiations are getting extremely complex, and they're only getting more difficult as we get closer to the upcoming election. There is still a very real possibility that nothing happens until after the election. There is also a possibility that no stimulus package gets passed whatsoever. However, the likelihood of that is less than 5%. The likelihood of the stuff that I just read you, of nothing happening until after the election, currently is at about 70%. 70% is what experts predict is the most likely scenario, is we don't receive anything until after the election. And after the election, the first day that both the House and Senate are back in session is November 16th. So 1 week after that would be November 23rd. The November 26th is Thanksgiving, which means the House, the Senate are taking a holiday. They're taking a break, right? They need a break. They work so much, right? Yeah, whatever. So they will be taking a break on Thanksgiving like everyone else probably does. So the 23rd, 24th, 25th, that is probably when we would receive the earliest time we would receive our second stimulus check, if and only if that you actually get your check through direct deposit. If you get through check, it probably wouldn't come until the middle to end of December. So just be aware of that. If you get it through a pandemic card, through the IRS sent out debit cards that you can get your stimulus check through that as well. And that would be almost the exact same time as direct deposit. So I think it would be a few days later. However, it would come very quickly. It would probably come within 10 days. Direct deposit would show up within 7 based on what Steve Mnuchin is saying. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Like I said, I just wanted to keep it short, simple, sweet. Just wanted to talk about the most likely scenario moving forward with the stimulus check. Now, I understand this is not the best news to everybody. However, these are the most likely outcomes moving forward. Again, this is about 70% as of today. Things are changing day by day based on stimulus negotiations, based on how Nancy Pelosi feels, how President Trump is doing, how Mitch McConnell, Steve Mnuchin, how they feel like negotiating. So like I said, things are changing ever so often. So make sure you do yourself a favor, click on that subscribe button down below so that you can subscribe to my channel so I can keep you updated and save you some time. So again, thank you for watching today's stimulus update. Do me a favor, go ahead, smash that thumbs up button if you appreciate me putting in my time to save you your time. So again, thank you for watching. Go ahead, share this video with your friends and family on Facebook, and I'll see you guys on the next one.